The holidays are often bright and joyful, but if you're caring for a loved one, they can also sometimes bring some extra stress. And here to share practical tips on how to help family caregivers plan and set expectations are Marguerite Rowe, AARP State Director, and Julia Yarbo, a family caregiver and former journalist and AARP volunteer. Thank you, ladies, for being here.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, Marguerite, I want to start with you. What does the research tell us about caregiver stress, especially around the holidays?
This is a really stressful time. About 70% of caregivers say that they are in fact stressed during the holidays, and 30% of them being really stressed. And really what it is that they want most is that they would love to have somebody to talk to, right? Or somebody who would just lend a hand. So it's a great time to lean in and maybe help a little bit extra.
Yeah, ask for help, be okay with the extra help. And Julia, I understand you cared for your mom for 15 years, more than 15 years. Correct. Would you mind sharing a moment from the holidays that you feel like might resonate with a lot of us?
Well, I think as we approach the holidays, you want to make sure that your loved one is enjoying their time. And so for me, one of those holidays was to set aside traditional Thanksgiving and go to a casino for Thanksgiving because Mom loved playing slot machines. So we were able to make that a simple holiday tradition. But if that's not for your family, really it's thinking about what will be most effective for your loved one. If you're visiting friends or having somebody over, make sure that your loved one can be safe, how they're sitting, how they're eating, are they comfortable? If you're traveling, give yourself plenty of extra time to be able to make sure that they're okay as you're traveling, finding bathrooms, having food for them. It's all about enjoying the holidays, but making sure that your loved one is safe and well cared for.
So do you feel like some extra planning then would go in when you're looking towards the holidays for you and your mom and beyond?
Most definitely. Think as far out as you can and work backwards of what items may possibly happen, and then how can I prevent those things from happening so that your loved one can just have a nice time, and then it takes some of the stress off of you as well.
Definitely, you can all spend that time together. So Marguerite, what's one way to really release the pressure of the stress and just get into the holiday spirit?
Well, I think as Julia said, right, it is planning, but it is actually simplifying your planning and not thinking about trying to make, perfect, but actually figuring out what are those things that actually bring joy. So instead of, planning 3 events, plan 1. Maybe instead of that big family meal that you're preparing all by yourself, maybe make it a potluck. Simple things like that can really help to make it just go a little bit easier, because you as a caregiver should also enjoy the holidays.
1000%. And Julia, if you had to give one piece of advice for today's family caregivers, what would it be? And it can be more than one.
And really, I think it plays off what Marguerite just said of keeping it easy for yourself and remembering that you want to take good care of your loved one, but you do not have to put on your superwoman or superman cape. It's okay to ask for help and be specific of what type of help. Maybe you are planning that big holiday feast. Ask others, hey, listen, can you run to the grocery store and get me these items? Or can you sit with mom or dad or my loved one so I can go do those things? Really keep it easy for yourself, and don't be afraid to ask for help, because you're likely, if you're a caregiver, you're probably doing much more than what you realize.
That's right. Yeah. And don't forget, don't let perfect be the enemy of the good. The holidays are really meant for all of us. It's a time to take a deep breath. We've made it through the year. And as a caregiver, you deserve taking care of you as well. And if that means pulling back a little and doing what Julia has said, which is reaching out, ask for a little help, make things a little simpler, that's definitely okay.
Yes, and Marguerite, many viewers might not be caregiving yet, but that could be coming soon. So what signs should families really look for to know how their loved one is doing and if this might be coming up?
Sometimes it's about an extra phone call, some extra touches, particularly as the weather is changing and it's darker for longer, right? So it's sort of hard to keep your mood up sometimes. So doing those things. you know, when I go over, it's about checking in the fridge, making sure that the food is like still good and not expired.
Yeah.
It might be checking the medications that are being used, to making sure that medications are being taken as they should. And just looking all around the house, right? Like looking at what's being taken care of and what's being missed. Because it can be easy in small things, like, you know, as people get older, we also say, watch out for those throw rugs, because those are the first, you know, opportunity for a fall to happen.
Yeah.
So it's the little things that we can do as caregivers so that people can age at home as they wish.
And we all wish that. Ladies, thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for sharing all this information as always, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And if you're a caregiver and you want more support and advice to navigate the holidays, join AARP on November 5th for a supportive, peer-led conversation moderated by Julia. This virtual event will share practical tips for the holidays, including ways to reset expectations and reduce stress. For more information and to register, just visit the website that you see right there on your screen.
New Day Northwest is sponsored by AARP and VECU.